Vitamin D. You wouldn't think there's more to talk about vitamin D, but there is. There's new research as well as new understandings about the biological and the physiological benefits of vitamin D. And in particular, during the time of year in a seasonal part of the country, we lack vitamin D, or our vitamin D stores get reduced. So what is there to talk about? Well, what we're finding clinically is oftentimes people are on some level of supplementation. They may still be eating fish, certainly not getting the sun exposure during the cold months, the winter, the cloud cover that we need to stimulate more vitamin D production. And there are genetic factors. Some people generate more vitamin D and transform that into the active hormone more readily. The receptors are more sensitive, and other people don't. So this genetic component can play a role as well, especially as the vitamin D stores get low. How do we raise them for people that seem to be resistant, even as you're running their blood labs, or their symptoms are increasing, symptoms like fatigue, whether that be physical fatigue or mental. Their mood seems to be dropping. The sadness is kicking in. The skin looks a little pale. Their immune system doesn't seem to be functioning because every other week or once a month, they're getting a cold in this system. These are all indicators of a low vitamin D. And although they might be on something, how do we stimulate this to get much higher? Well, this is the new data. We want to give them at least 800 micrograms, or around 30,000 IUs a week for 4 to 8 weeks. This should drive up enough of the blood levels to start balancing out the cellular amount of vitamin D and allowing the immune system and all of the hormonal aspects of vitamin D to start functioning properly. But it sometimes takes that boost. Not everyone, mind you, but oftentimes people that aren't responding to a low level, or their diet, or the minimal sun exposure they're getting, we must drive those people up. So that's a key factor that you need to know about vitamin D, and especially now that vitamin D is, we talk about it, we think we understand it, and yet we're learning new things all the time. So hopefully that's new information for you to take home. For more, follow us on our social media. Thanks.